He's a bit drunk, so yeah, that's why he's talking loud.
I'll tell you my one, it's crack.
My problem is crack.
Excuse me.
I feel like a bag of shite because I'm not at home with my kids and my missus. I feel like a bag of shite.
I don't even look. I don't even enjoy it.
Do you know if you get
I want my kids. I want my life back.
It's hard. It's easy. It's easy for it to take hold of you, but it's hard to let go.
What was life like before you came in here?
Horrendous, man. You know what I mean? It was just like a big vicious circle waking up in the morning.
I just wanted to die, you know, life was over.
Yeah.
Life was crap. It was an endurance test, life.
Well, I've lived on the street all my life, really from the age of about, I'd say, 8.
Terrified of everything and everyone, and bewildered, confused, fearful, sad. And that was how I arrived at the door. That was how I arrived at the door of the Park Street.
Yeah, lovely time, yeah.
Parkview project is a residential 12-step treatment centre. We set up in May '03 in response to the fact that there was no provision of its kind in the whole of Liverpool. And by that I mean a structured regime of interventions in a totally drug and alcohol-free environment. There were something like 850 hostel beds in Liverpool, but if you wanted rehab you had to go out of town, which suited some people, but deterred a whole lot of others from taking that first step.
The way Parkview is being set up is great in terms of access. The beds are paid for by the Liverpool Debt and supporting people on a block contract, which means that potential clients and referrers do not have to go out and search for funding. That can be a long drawn out process, and even if successful, can be a disincentive to people who want to take that first step. Here, we can take a referral to conduct an assessment, and a person can access the programme in a day or two.
Each client has a support plan, which is an individually tailored package of care and support which the client draws up along with their own key worker to meet their objectives and their needs.
I was at Stanbrook, I thought if I do leave, where's that going to leave me? Yeah. stayed in the nearest alehouse or phone box or what have you. Back in the madness.
That's right.
I put too much in so far just to go straight back.
A good friend said this to me a few years back, and it made me think, you know, I'm going to say it to you and I want you to think about it, what I'm about to say to you. What he said to me was, what you want is not always what you need. What you need is not always what you want. I want you to think about that.
All of the key workers at Parkview are in long-term recovery, which has been a really great contributing factor to the success of the project. At the heart of every community now is a kind of vortex, a black hole, which is sucking vulnerable people in to drug use, crime, homelessness, sex work, and to combat that you need a robust cohort of people who are themselves in recovery and can stand as tangible evidence that recovery from addiction is not only possible but can be rich and meaningful.
Our histories, the things we've got going on for us, the things we've done, things we've failed to do, cause barriers to work, into the mainstream workplace. In the drugs field, the very things that are barriers are our assets.
The last 12 years of my addiction was spent with Class A drugs, namely heroin. So I could relate to people, and I knew these people could relate to me.
For me, mainly it was the staff at the project that kind of like, that's where I got my hope from, because there was these people who were giving me an understanding of what was wrong with me, and they've gone through it all. It was kind of like they could see into my head, if you like, and that helped me greatly.
It's an experiential thing, the 12 steps. You've got to work it to know it. You can't really read books about it and then deliver it, I don't think, in the same way as somebody who is in recovery. As long as the person in recovery has got the right training and support and quality of recovery to be able to do the job properly. The core of the treatment at Parkview is the 12 steps. Clients are taken through steps 1 to 5 and introduced to steps 6 to 12.
I got introduced to a 12-step program that enables me to live life without using drugs, and my life has just changed so much that I cannot express how grateful I am. I just thought that there was no way out, and what I was doing was just the way it was, and you know, everyone left me, I had no one around me, and I was broken and I could not cope with it. And I'm coming here and I'm 3 weeks off 12 months clean, and I'm just so grateful for what the place has given me.
So Tom, could you give us your take on the 12 steps in layman's terms so we can all understand it?
A quick one, yeah, okay. In the first step, I recognise that I'm totally powerless over my addiction. In the second step, if I'm powerless, I've got to find power from somewhere. And in the third step, I've got to hand my life over to a new power, something that works, whereas in my hands it doesn't. In the fourth step, I had a look at my behaviour. In the fifth step, I checked my behaviour out with somebody who's further along the line than me. On the sixth step, I make a decision to live a new life. And on the seventh step, I hand over all of my weaknesses and get on with all of my strengths. And on the 8th step, I look at the damage I've done. On the 9th step, I go and make restitution. On the 10th step, I make sure that my old behaviours don't come back again. And on the 11th step, I practice humility on a regular basis. And on the 12th step, I live that humility by going to help other people.
This place is about the beginning of a new life. It's a totally new life. And you're going to rewrite the script.
Group therapy runs Monday to Friday, morning till afternoon, and breaks for lunch. It's here really that a lot of the work is done. For most people, there's a higher power is actually the group. The power of the group, the example of the group, and the support of the group. That is the higher power. It's God, if you like, working through people.
I felt exactly the same as you, lad. Vulnerable, lonely and all that, but it'll pass, you know what I mean, lad?
What will stand you in good stead, Aaron, is that although you've just come in and you're up the wall at the moment and your emotions and all that, you've got the courage to talk, you get it out, do you know what I mean? Although you're up the wall at the moment and you know what I mean, you're settling in, you can openly talk about how you're feeling, which is a very good thing. Because like, I struggled with talking, you know what I mean? But everything that you're going through and all that, it'll ease as you get into it. It might seem like that at the moment, but it will, and it'll get better, mate. Yeah, so just keep doing it, mate.
I've got something else to raise now and you're not going to like it. But I believe you're picking on
Picking on what? You're wrong there, like.
What about when he opened the door?
Well, do you know what?
Let me finish.
You go to anger management.
Yeah.
Because when anybody's talking about something and you just, I don't think you mean to do it, you just come out and do something daft or say something daft, and then as soon as you get questioned on it, there's an instant reaction, and it's an angry reaction, you know what I mean? I don't know if that's to do with your past and your upbringing. You never really had a role model there to put you in the right direction, to teach you right and wrong. I think that's got something to do with it.
Probably is, like, cause like, you know, I didn't have anyone there, so like basically I just done what I wanted when I wanted, and like really didn't care like what people thought, you know what I mean? But like that's another area like that I need to work on and address, like, you know. Obviously, like, they're doing it for a reason, you know what I mean? They're, you know, they're not like going out the way to, like, you know, vendetta against Kevin sort of thing, you know what I mean? Obviously, like, you know, they're picking up on things that I'm not picking up on, do you know what I mean?
The most challenging aspect of the job I've found in here is helping people smash denial. It can be really, really challenging. You know, people come in here with their life in tatters, and it's like a grieving process people go through coming off drugs. You know, although it's caused so much misery in people's lives, there's that void there, that there's something missing. It's been done for that many years, that you take the drug away and there's a lot of yearning, you know. And when you're working through the step programme, the 12-step programme with people, you know, you're looking at people step one with them and you're seeing the misery and the destruction caused in addiction, but still addiction has them denying it wasn't really that bad.
They can't cope with their feelings and their emotions, and that's why they use, that's why they drink. You take that away from them and they're left with themselves and they're just so vulnerable, dead emotional. So that's why we need people around about us to give us reassurance, to support us. Before long, they usually a wee spark back in their life and they suddenly realise, wait a minute, I'm actually doing this. I don't want to use, I don't want to drink. My God, what's happening?
Hello, my name's John. I'm a recovering addict and Parkview, as you can see, everyone's free of acts of addiction. They're all happy, they're enjoying life.
But like other people probably said to you, I said to you, listen, if you want to go, just knock on my door, you know what I mean? And I'm not just saying that because you gave me these trainings, like, you know what I mean? He is. But that's the thing.
Many of our clients also benefit from psychodynamic counselling in-house, where they can discuss issues which they would rather not disclose to the group. Clients also attend anger management, during which they're encouraged to discover the roots of their anger and develop an acceptance of their pasts and develop strategies to cope with situations, people, places and things, and strategies to cope with the kind of anger that can turn into rage and cause relapse.
You know, when I'm angry I throw that big tantrum, but I'm not getting my own way, I'm angry. We ignore the feeling, we just go with the behaviour. So what we're going to do is find ways of changing that behaviour.
Family conference is another really important intervention. It's crucial really for the client who's returned to the family unit. Family conference is a place or a forum really where voices can be heard and a new set of boundaries laid down for a new start, for a new life.
It's very hard to answer that one, it really is. How has it affected me? I feel powerless over the whole situation, you know, totally powerless, and there's nothing I can give to try and... I know I can't take his pain away.
We want to break history, don't we? You know, we want to break the mould. I want to give him more support than what I was given, but I want help to give him, I want like your help to give him the right amount of support.
And sometimes we think, because we didn't have it, we give too much then, and we become suffocated.
Well, I've proven that with the codependency, Joe.
It just takes over then.
You know, I've proven that with it.
I didn't have it, so then I'm going to give all to my children, they're going to get what I didn't get, and then you become suffocated.
Some of our clients also have needed a lot of support dealing with the issues that arise around children.
I'm getting to see my kids a bit more now. I'm starting to get to come to the house for tea now, which I thought would never ever happen 12 months ago. I couldn't even imagine that. I just thought I'd never see them again.
What do you mean, take the camera away, she loves it? Rather than just going from here into the community, you need to be set on your feet in that community. And that's really what we do here. We prepare people to live independently in the community.
We've got half an hour now.
Like, you get to spend like 2 weeks in the kitchen. It's about giving you basic degree skills. You look at nutrition, hygiene and healthy eating, and also budgeting as well. So when you do go back to the community, you've got daily living skills to be able to like cook a decent, nutritious meal that's, you know, affordable, and it's good insight to have, like, so you can manage outside.
My name's Keely Derricott and I'm the Resettlement and Social Welfare Officer, and it's my duty to resettle clients when they move on. I'll assess them at 9 weeks. We will get an understanding of what they want to do, what their skills were previously and where they're able to progress in their lives, and that can be through either college, vocational training, hobbies, if they're not ready to go into full-time education or even part-time education, or voluntary work, because some people don't feel ready to get into employment, they'd rather do voluntary work without the responsibility.
All the research shows that those who are living in safe, decent accommodation and are occupied meaningfully are those that stay clean the longest. The best form of relapse prevention is self-esteem, self-worth, and that comes with achieving things.
I was 23 when I came in, and I'd done 10.5 months in Parkview, and I was able to access training in order to future my prospects for the future, and I accessed training and I've managed to find myself a job through the Fixers programme, and that's given me a platform. Now we're working in an assessment referral unit, which is like a frontline service for alcoholics and drug addicts.
We're quite proud at Parkview of the amount of people that have come from here and are now in work, and we're particularly proud of the people who are working in the drugs field in and around Liverpool. Parkview provided me with a safe, caring, loving environment that was challenging in every aspect of my behaviour. Give me an understanding of what I suffered from. Give me expertise, experience around finding recovery from what I suffered from. And basically pointed me in the right direction. You know, never met addicts that were clean, and all of a sudden I was confronted with staff at the Parkview project who were not only clean, they were clean for years. And we're getting the freedom from active addiction and a whole new way of life. What I couldn't deny about Parkview was the evidence that was all around me, confronted with clean addicts and clean alcoholics. So that's what it gave me. Give me hope, give me freedom. We're really glad now that we've had some meetings with senior managers in the DWP, and they have agreed that whilst you're in Parkview, you can stay on benefits. And I think they've agreed that because they know that we're working closely with Job Centre Plus anyway, and that our remit, our whole ethos is to get people back into employment. I don't think you can overstate the importance of working with other agencies.
Is it alcohol or drug in you know?
It's mainly alcohol, but there is illicit drug use as well. Amphetamine use, ecstasy use and cannabis use.
Obviously once our clients are out in the community, as Vicky was mentioning before, if they do come to Leicester Parkview, we do follow up with a visit. We'll engage with the clients in rehab as well, get up-to-date reports. We've got an excellent report with Parkview. I've had that for many years, but you know, that's something that we value and something we do.
Parkview, with it being based in Liverpool and there's no funding that we have to apply for, it's really easy. And a lot of people are already aware of Parkview. The CARA teams within the prison have got a good knowledge of what Parkview is about.
If you need to go to a drug-free environment to Lancaster Castle, we will send you to the drug-free environment regardless of what time you got left. But to actually go on a programme at Lancaster Castle, you've got to have a certain length of time left.
It's great to work in partnership with you because I know these people are going to get to court. If I bail them, they will get there. Because it's reinforced, you know, by the people who work here that they've got to, you know, get themselves to court and sort their problems out.
In recent years, we've received a lot of referrals from Parkview, and they're quite ideal candidates for us because they've already made a commitment to long-term change and a drug-free lifestyle.
We've got total confidence in the residents of Parkview are receiving quality residential treatment, and they're generating a drug-free population that will then feed into the Spider project, and we know that our participants will have the opportunity to mix and integrate with people who've come from a strong foundation at the Parkview. So there's a kind of mutually beneficial relationship going on.
I think one of the best things about Parkview is they buy into this idea that people have got a life outside drugs, and I wish some of the other drug workers had that same vision, because it's not enough just to stabilise people on methadone. It's not enough just to you know, take them off of street drugs. They have to give them a life. They've got to give them hope for the future. I see miracles happening every day, and that's because people are given the chance to realise what they want to do, their ambitions, their hopes for the future, and nobody can tell people what to think or what to feel. That has to come from within.
When you get in recovery, it's like you've been given a second chance at life, and it's not really something that you want to keep to yourself. You want to pull others out of their despair and out into the light of day so they can enjoy the normal things in life. Simple things, being with your family, being able to look in the mirror without hating yourself, getting a good night's sleep, being employable, knowing that people can rely on you, and just generally blending into life without feeling all afraid and self-conscious and unworthy, without feeling compelled, as soon as you get out of bed, to carry on doing the same thing that you know yourself is slowly killing you.
I need your help, proper help.
God knows what is hiding in that world of little consequence. Behind the tears, inside the lies, the thousands slowly dying sunsets. God knows what is hiding in those weak and drunken hearts. I guess that loneliness came knocking. No one needs to be alone. Oh, singing people, help the people. And if you're homesick, give me a hand and I'll hold it. People, help the people. Nothing gonna drag you down. Oh, and if I had a brain, oh, and if I had a brain, I'd be cold as a stone and rich as the fool that turned all those good hearts away.
Well, a lot of people come in here with nothing, absolutely nothing. And I think the first thing they get when they walk through the doors here is hope. That there's something happening in this place. Something special really happening. You know, they know people that are here already, and they see the change in their lives, and it gives them hope that if they can do it, I can do it.